What is up, everybody? Superverse Steve here today, and we have to talk about this Yong Yea tweet. People are going out their way to defend the bugs in the Spider-Man 2 game. It is insane because people, they can't just deny that the bugs are there now because there's been some people showing these videos of these bugs in this game. So now they've gone to the defense that, hey, they're going to the narrative that, hey, just because there's bugs, these bugs aren't that big of an issue, right? It's kind of sad that you guys are just grasping at straws and cherry picking these different bugs when this is a perfect game, 10 out of 10. Like, cut the BS, bro. You are completely fine when games that you don't care about, like the Gollum game, that King Kong game, Redfall, Starfield, any other game that's not a PlayStation exclusive, you guys are just fine with these games being the bugs being pointed out and being talked about in a negative light. But when it's a PlayStation exclusive, that's when all the tears come out. That's when the woe is me. You guys need to just stop. What does the gaming community come to nowadays? You hear all these crazy sentiments now, which I just find so hilarious because they had a whole month and a half of just trashing Starfield for bugs, which if you do so, I don't really care because I'm gonna play the game regardless. And I was like, I can ignore that. But these people, if you criticize Spider-Man 2, you are just the worst person on earth apparently. But let's read this guy's tweet. This guy says Marvel Spider-Man 2 is by no means perfect or immune from constructive criticism. AKA, he doesn't want you to talk about this game. He may say you can have constructive criticism, but when you bring it that this game is full of bugs, he just wants to say, hey, stop pointing out the bugs, pretty much. Then he says, but holy crap, some of you are trying so hard to hate the game for the most benign non-issue. It's actually sad. Yes, the most benign non-issue. This game isn't full of $70 plus tax. This isn't like a discounted game. You're paying your hard-earned money of $7 plus tax for this game. So I think people should have a say if this game is buggy or not. Especially when you got problems like this where people are saying they're having installation problems with the physical copy of this game. Where is the one? They legit forgot to change the flag in the apartment of Miles Morales. You know, issues like this, and you see the several various bugs, like the guy saying it's the best game ever, and then the game crashes while he's saying it's the best game ever. So, you know, I think it should be pointed out, people who are spending their hard-earned money, that this game is buggy. But, you know, Yong Yea don't want you to do that. He wants to defend Sony and tell you not to point out the issues, once again. And then it's just fascinating. Like, once again, Kroby Cat made his whole career talking about the bugs in different video games, on how like the different games over time has been more buggy, less glitchy, less detailed or whatever. His whole YouTube career has been based on that. Do people have a problem with this guy talking about the bugs in video games? I don't think they do. That's why he rose to 1.2 million subscribers. But Yong Yea has an issue with that. Once again, if it's a game you don't like, just say you don't care if the bugs are called out. But if it's a game you do like, a game you are fond of, like Spider-Man 2, you want people to stop talking about the issues, which I kind of wish people don't stop talking about it because it just shows you how biased these people are. It's like when it's a game they prefer, just be quiet, don't speak about it. You're just hating on this game. When it's a game you don't like, it's like you can have at it because no one really cares at the end of the day. So, this person states, I get it, it's frustrating, but where is this message when Starfield was and still is getting ranked over the coast for his own benign issues? Just saying, yeah. Reviewers actually ding this game points in the final review score, but you know, Spider-Man gets a pass. Seems like a lot of Sony games just get that pass all of a sudden. It's just fascinating. Then you got the Mighty Keith. He is always chiming in. This guy is the biggest undercover Sony fanboy. It's like, this guy's a clown. It's just a bunch of console words being weird, and the rest of the world laughing at them. How about the rest of the world laughing at you who keeps defending Sony every chance you get, but you say you're not a Sony fanboy, but each time Sony's in question, you're always there defending them. I wonder why. Said it once and I'll say it again. People did the same thing to Starfield. I mean, shooting water. I have enjoyed both games and I'll continue to play both games, but I don't get how people are shocked this happened. Yeah. I mean, you can enjoy Spider-Man 2, but just like you can enjoy Spider-Man 2, people can call out the issues with this game and not pay the full 70. Like you paid 70 and plus tax. Other people cannot pay $70 plus tax and avoid it until this game is properly patched or it's at a lower price point. Because I'm not trying to pay full price for a game that's buggy. It's a chance that it might have an installation issue. There's a chance that I might run into constant glitches or the game crashes. But you know, according to these YouTubers and these Twitter personalities, you can't talk about it. That you don't want to pay $70 for this game. I'd rather just wait for a price drop or whatever. It's just like with any other console exclusive release nowadays, just block people because it's not worth it. Or as any game that's buggy, people will talk about it. But when it's a PlayStation exclusive, people can have their feelings about it, and you can't speak about it whatsoever. Let's see. This is about the consistency. Media focuses on the cons of Xbox and none of the pros, and ignores Sony's cons entirely. Facts. They definitely do that. Everyone loves to make their own opinions the end all be all when it comes to entertainment. It's for each just to decide, and there's not a wrong answer, but attacking and trying to bring others down over those opinions is wrong. Selective outrage. Everyone just practicing selective outrage. For example, CD Projekt Red has recently appeared in the list of best devs in the year of the achievement. Yeah, when people were roasting CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk 2077 when that game first released, it was A-okay back then. But it's just fascinating that you can't say anything about this Spider-Man game or you're just hating on it. You're just going out looking for bugs. People are legit saying people bought this game just look for bugs now. Like, this is so ridiculous. Yes, everybody who bought the game now who found bugs are just Xbox fanboys. That makes a lot of sense. I blame the console wars. But there's been console wars since consoles were a thing. So it's like, as they're always been here. That's not going to excuse the fact that this game is buggy. So you saying like, oh, it's the console war. People are just angry that the other platform has a new game. But it's like, no, this game is full price, it's buggy, and the game media just don't want to talk about it. It's just fascinating. The game media don't want to talk about it, and these big YouTube personalities don't want you to talk about it. So, like for example, a Fallout New Vegas. I really love that game, but when I first bought that game full price, however long that been ago, that game crashed and I lost like 5 hours of data. So, you know, I love that game. I can have people criticize that game, but according to Sony fans, people who love these Sony games, you just can't criticize these games whatsoever. You can't do that. It's just fascinating. Game is great so far by leaps and bounds, but it's being held back by so many technical issues that it's not allowing me to enjoy the game. It overheated my PS5 and shut it down twice now. 40% in, no game has ever done this to my PS5, and I cleaned it regularly. Yong Yea is probably gonna ignore this comment like he did every other comment that's actually criticizing this game, because in his eyes, you're just an Xbox fanboy console warren. You don't have legit issues with this game being buggy. The game is not buggy. It's just not issues according to this guy. Like, once again, these guys got big channels. Him and the Mighty Keith have big channels, but they want to shield for Sony instead of calling out this BS. Then this guy says, you Xbox fanboys creating the Spider-Man Crusade as retaliation for Starfield further makes your community look dumb. It makes the people, especially this Puerto Rican guy, there's just the irony. This guy's Puerto Rican, but they had the whole flag debacle about the Puerto Rican flag being replaced. It's literally trying to tell you there's no bugs in this game. It's just an anti-Xbox, anti-PlayStation Crusade. Like, really? This guy's a clown too. Stop letting weirdos on Twitter tell you how you're allowed to criticize games. If you're letting some streamer run blocker for some company, so you don't say so you don't say anything mean, you are the problem. Yeah, if you're really running interference and you can't, so nobody says anything mean about your precious exclusive, then you're the problem here. Like, tell them to go F off. You say what you're like. Otherwise, we keep ending up with this dog crap. Yes, you pay $7 for a full price game, and they'll give you the excuse that they'll patch it later while the game is a buggy mess. Cause like, I'm so annoyed with these people. To be honest, like. Like, I didn't even care that Redfall was getting criticized. If that game was buggy, glitchy, not finished, it deserves to be criticized. Even though I still had some fun with it, it still deserves to be criticized. But Just because you have fun with Spider-Man 2 don't mean it can't be criticized. Like, honestly. People are paying their hard-earned money. They go to work every day for these games, and it's buggy. And the devs will promise you, we'll fix it later. We'll fix it later. Just pay us full price first. We'll fix it later for you. Like, enough is enough of this nonsense, and stop running interference. Is really annoying at this point. Do legitimate glitches / game crashes issues are far from what anyone would call benign non-issues. Yes, there are multiple videos of this game just crashing on people. And I'm pretty sure that's not a thing you want to see your PS5 crashing and overheating. But you know, according to people like Yong Yea and Mighty Keith, it's A-okay that this is happening. It's just non-issues. Or it's your characters like falling through the earth or whatever. It's just non-issues. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. You decide on your own who you want to believe with this whole nonsense. Young, yes, and it's just non-issues. Other people actually reporting that there are issues with this game, and people are tired and sick and tired of people defending these companies just because it's a company they're like. They'll rag on these companies they don't like the King Kong and Gollum game. But when this game they do like, then it's like the defense force comes to full force. They go to just non-stop defending this game. It's like, people are tired of this, so I'm going to include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.